Hey, folks, welcome to 30 and 5 on 560 WIND.com. And don't forget, you can catch me every Tuesday with John and Amy, and every Friday evening with Steve Cochran. And you check us every day, and especially on Wednesdays when we have our special guests from Philadelphia, Atlantic City for 1460, Artie Clear. How are you, Arturo?
Michael, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Let's talk about Peyton Manning. It seems to me that people are finding out for the first time that Peyton Manning has been a one-and-out 8 times. This was stuff that was never told by the press previously because they are sort of like the fawners, if you will, of Peyton Manning, the arm around the shoulders of Peyton Manning. There's never been a lot of derogatory or stuff that suggested that Peyton Manning couldn't get it done. There is now, and Peyton Manning has taken a huge tumble in people's eyes as far as the way you look at him in future years to come.
Well, for me, I looked at Peyton Manning through his whole career as a one-and-done type of guy. He's done it 7 times now. This is the 8th time he's done it. And people are looking at him because I think football is more popular now than it's ever been. Mm-hmm. And they're looking at playoff records. They look at Joe Flacco, who's going to get to the championship game for his 2nd year in a row. And they're starting to make comparisons. And Peyton announced it 8 times in the first round. It's almost unheard of. If it was anybody else, they'd be calling his name out a long time ago. But Peyton gets a lot of passes in the NFL. Unfortunately, he's not going to get one this time.
3rd and 7 with the 2-minute warning. They run the ball. You have one of the great quarterbacks of all time, at least by most people's account, quarterback and ball. They run the ball. John Fox was a general that wanted to retreat. That's what I'm getting out of it with 31 seconds left, 2 timeouts. They knelt on the ball. He said they were shocked by what happened. That's a shell-shocked general. I don't believe the guy should be even head coach of the team next year. If I'm Elway and I'm hearing that after I engineered 2 95-yard drives in my career with time winding down, that we didn't want to go for it with 31 seconds left and 2 timeouts, I'm disgusted.
They paid the price. They lost in overtime. You cannot take those timeouts anywhere but in the game. I would have kept those timeouts to 31 seconds. I would have went for at least one shot. Let me get 15, 20 yards, and then I can call timeout and maybe get a field goal. They got one of the best field goal kickers in all of football. In that stadium, he can kick it 65 yards. And if he has to go for a last-second kick to win it in regular time instead of going overtime, and if they were in shock, they got to get they're pros. You're talking about a playoff game. You're not talking about playing on in shock. I don't want to hear from shock. I want to hear that.
Right.
Put your chin strap on. You're in a tie game now. We're in a war. And get that ball in the end zone, get it through the uprights, and let's win this game and get through our next game already.
Yeah, let's talk about the Chicago Bears. They hired Mark Trestman today. How fearful are you as a Philadelphia Eagle fan that when the Bears come in with a Mark Trestman, points are going to be on the board and like digital, they're just going to be rolling? You got to be scared to death.
Yeah, I'm looking for cover right now. We're all going for cover. Isn't this the guy from the CFL, Mark Trestman? And first of all, to get points for Chicago is you got to score the points. You can't score them for them. They have that vanilla offense they have this year. They're going to have trouble next year. But I want to still say about the Chicago Bears. I think Lovey got a bad deal out there. He still won 10 games. How many coaches in the NFL win 10 games and get fired unless you're Marty Schottenheimer? Rex Ryan won 6 games, and his job secure as could be.
Yeah, there's no question, Artie. I mean, you look at what Marty Schottenheimer did, and they never recovered from that. I think Bear fans today are basically just got their arms crossed, and they're just going to see what happens. Artie, we appreciate it as always every Wednesday night. Wi-Fi 1460, our buddy Artie Clear from the Philadelphia, Atlantic City, or East Coast Artie Clear. Thank you, Arthur.
Michael, thank you. Have a great day.
All right, buddy. Take care of yourself.
Okay, bye-bye.